Hi guys. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. If you've just joining, I'll just entreat you to try and share the link. Share the link on Facebook. If you can share on Twitter also, I'll be grateful. So share on Facebook, on Twitter. Usually on your WhatsApp groups also. So on Facebook, on Twitter, WhatsApp groups. It's important that you do so. So do all and share the link. Share the link. Share the link. Let us get started. Now, AJ Offer says, Fifi, how true is it that Thomas Tuchel is coming to Chelsea? We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that very, very soon. We'll talk about how possible it is for Tuchel to join Chelsea. We'll talk about why it may not happen. We'll talk about other things as well. Cynthia Guzman Zavala says, good morning. Hi, Cynthia. Good evening. Nice to see you again. I think I saw you in the morning, and I saw you the last time I saw. So nice to see you again. Nice to see you again. Nice to see you again. With the things we have on the agenda tonight and on this YouTube live, of course, Arsenal are done playing. Inter Milan did play. Chelsea have a big 6-pointer game on Monday. We'll preview that game as well. So Chelsea has a big 6-pointer game. Hi, Asante Bernard. My middle name is Asante. So nice to see that your name is Asante. That's my middle name. Nice to meet you, Asante. So yeah, in the on the agenda today, we have quite a few things that we'll be talking about. We'll be talking about Chelsea's 6-pointer game that they have to play on Monday. We'll be talking about Arsenal's win today, what it means to the English Premier League table, and how they can how we can catapult them to win. Of course, we'll dovetail that with previewing Liverpool versus Manchester City. We'll talk about International Milan and why they are literally unbeatable in the Italian Serie A. We will also talk about the German Bundesliga, and then of course why Manchester United keeps so winning. So there is a bit for everybody in there. So please, like I said, guys, Asante Guzman, Bernard, please do what to share the link. You just joined in. Cynthia, please do what to share the link. You just joined in. I'll be very grateful for do so. Yahweh J, thank you very much for sharing the link. I'm grateful to you guys. So let's get started. I just want this to be about just 15 minutes. We'll go through everything and then we'll take leave of everybody. Let's get started. So for those of you who are new to me, my name is Fiifi-Manfred. This is Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. This is a channel that we have a lot of conversation. Okay, so I see the Chelsea conversation incoming. So we'll start with Chelsea. So yeah, the biggest issue with Thomas Tuchel, I mean, I tweeted on 2 days ago that he's one of the only managers that for me, I'll change my mind about Mauricio Pochettino and let him come to Chelsea, because he is somebody that knows how to galvanize the fans and then the media. He's excellent at his talking, at the media work, and he gets to get the fans behind him. And if you look at where Chelsea are, you need a manager that can do a bit of all of that. So I will take Thomas Tuchel. Now, it is true, from Platigo, from Bild, from Kicker, from Sky Germany, most of the German outlets who are close to Thomas Tuchel are reporting that Thomas Tuchel hasn't ruled out. So I've consistently said that when it comes to issues of transfer and players or coaches going elsewhere, look at the diction. So what they are saying is that Thomas Tuchel hasn't ruled out coming back to the English Premier League and Chelsea. Now, if you remember, the reason why Thomas Tuchel left Chelsea was because the vision of the owners and his vision did not align at the time. Of course, that was what we heard at the time, that the vision of the two set of people did not align. Now, it means that if Thomas Tuchel can come back, it is either the owners will have to eschew their ego and then align with Thomas Tuchel's way of seeing things at Chelsea, or Thomas Tuchel will understand that the owners want to go on a long-term project and he doesn't necessarily have to buy finished articles or stars to get them winning now. So that's exactly how the whole conversation is about with respect to Chelsea. So there is a possibility. I just doubt that Chelsea will sack Mauricio Pochettino at the end of the season. I think that when you talk about the injuries that Chelsea have had, the results that they've had, and everything that's going on, the Chelsea ownership may not sack Thomas Tuchel at the end of the season. So that is by way of that. So it hangs in the balance. As if Thomas Tuchel returns to Chelsea or not, hangs in the balance, and wait to see. The summer is just a couple of months away. We are in March, April, May, and then already we are in the summer. Just about 2 months away, and then we are in the summer. So once the summer comes in, by God's grace, we will know exactly where Thomas Tuchel is going. But as it stands now, hands in the balance. He's obviously going to leave Bayern Munich, and when he finishes, he's going to find a team for himself. There are teams like Manchester United who possibly may want Thomas Tuchel in their team as well. So that is in there for you. And Abdul Rashid, thank you very much, Abdul Rashid. Thank you for tuning in to us. Do what, subscribe to the channel if you've not, and then share as well. Share the link, like I always tell everybody. Share, turn on notification. So Abdul Rashid says, what are the chances of Ian Matheson coming back to Chelsea? So Ian essentially is on loan. Ian is on loan. So of course, there is a high possibility that Ian is going to come back to Chelsea. But if things go on well, the loan goes on well, Chelsea may want to sell Ian Matheson too. But you see, Ian's return to Chelsea will be hinged on the kind of manager Chelsea will have. Pochettino doesn't like Ian Matheson's style of play. He's diminutive for a fullback that he wants. Again, he's not athletic. He's not physical. Pochettino wants his fullbacks to be more athletic and physical. So if you have a positional play coach, if Chelsea change manager in the summer, there's a possibility that Ian Matheson will come back full time to Chelsea. Again, Ian Matheson is from the Chelsea Academy. Mind you, Chelsea have to try and sell, have to try and make sales in the summer so that they don't get caught in FFP. So the likes of Conor Gallagher are still possibly on the market, Trevor Chalobah still possibly on the market, and Ian Matheson still possibly on the market. They can be sold, and then Chelsea are going to get money, and because they see the players on the academy are viewed as pure profit. You don't deduct anything from it. You didn't buy them from anywhere, so it's pure profit, and Chelsea may want to move in on him. It's the same as Hall, Louis Hall, who is at Newcastle now, and Chelsea may want to sell him. So we will talk about that as well. We'll see how the summer goes. Yahweh J says, I'm hearing the owners want to sell Sterling. How true is that too? So yesterday, Fabrizio Romano said that Sterling wants to stay at Chelsea. Of course, if there's one thing I've seen about these owners, if there's an opportunity for them to make good money, if Saudi Arabia are bringing good money for Raheem Sterling, definitely they'll let Raheem Sterling go. That's if they can get a replacement in Inaki Williams. Mind you, players like Inaki Williams, Nico Williams can only come to Chelsea if Chelsea have offloaded certain numbers from their books, and the likes of Raheem Sterling take so much in terms of the salary on Chelsea's books. And if they leave, possibly Chelsea can bring guys like Nico Williams into the team. Game Master Stevie says, what do you think Tuchel can bring to the team to turn this current situation around? I think that, like I said, Tuchel is a people person. He knows how to galvanize the fans. For every Chelsea fan who even did not like Tuchel at the time, everybody liked the fact that how he spoke, you remember when Chelsea were in tough times, his embodiment of a real leader, and then getting the fans behind him and how much the fans loved him. So just even without talking about tactics, the fact that he can galvanize the fans, it's an important metric if you want to bring it down to guys. So let's talk about the other things. The other fans are there, they want to hear about their teams as well. So Arsenal just finished playing with Brentford. See, Brentford are one of the most difficult teams that anybody can play against in the English Premier League. Arsenal suffered in playing against them today, and it is clear if you put that in perspective of how Chelsea played against them last week, you understand how difficult Brentford as a team is. Now for me, I've consistently said that Arsenal's team is good enough to go ahead and win the English Premier League. I said it last season, I stood by it this season, and I'm still standing by it. I stand now, Arsenal are top of the English Premier League, but mind you, Liverpool and then Manchester City have a game tomorrow, a game behind tomorrow. Once that game ends in a draw, it means Arsenal are going to be joint up top with themselves and then Liverpool. Then they have Manchester City next week, and then they have 10 more game stretch to go. In that 10 games, there's Chelsea. But this is why I love Arsenal. One of the things you've realized is that almost all the three top teams in the English Premier League now are a mix of physicality and technical ability. So Liverpool have the likes of Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate at the back, who are very physical. Then you have Arsenal having Gabriel Magalhaes, William Saliba, Kai Havertz, Declan Rice. These are all physical specimens. Also, plus the technical players. Then Man City have Erling Haaland. Then you have Ruben Diaz, Akanji, and the three centre backs that they play, and Rodri, of course, very physical. So the title race is in a balance, not just about the points that they are accumulating, even about tactical play and how they want to play. It's in a huge balance, and both of them can win. I mean, three of them can win. Arsenal can win, Man City can win, Liverpool can win the title race. So all of these are in there in that conversation. But for me, I like how Arsenal control and manage games, and they've done that exactly today when they played against Brentford. When you play against Brentford, you need to manage the game, you need to be aggressive, you need to match them physically, tactically and technically. Also, you need to be able to match them and then play with them and then get results in such a game. And I think that's exactly what Arsenal have done. to be able to get a result. Now, um, away from that also, tomorrow's game is going to be a big one. There's a tendency, Liverpool having lost to Manchester City at Anfield in a very long time. They've lost just once in about 8 times that Pep Guardiola has gone on to play there. And there have been a couple of draws, there have been some wins for Liverpool. Even when they've had a lot of losses in their team, they still end up getting the wins that they have to win and even some draws. Now, that's what puts the whole game into perspective. Now, tomorrow's game, after that, we'll do another live. We'll discuss how that affects the dynamics of the English Premier League and what's going to happen after the 10 games are done. But I think Arsenal did an excellent job thus far. 10 more games to go. Mikel Arteta's men are exactly where they want to get to. It's just about patience and managing. It's important that they've gotten players like Thomas Partey back into the team who are going to make sure that they calm their nerves and then go have experience and then get results going forward in that regard also. For Manchester United, like you already know, Manchester United is that team that they don't really play well, but they get results. And it's because they have a lot of experience in their team. They have a lot of players that can turn the game on its head. They have a lot of character, a lot of personalities in their team. So today you watch the game, like a Scott McTominay, we're not confident on the ball. They fail to control games. They're not even able to play passes together and everything. They look more disjointed than anything. But 2 penalties, of course, won by André Garnacho, make sure that they got the 3 points, explicitly done by Marcus Rashford and then Bruno Fernandes. And that's the quality of United. They have one person that can turn up on any day, and that's the difference between them and Chelsea. Character and personality. For United, when they don't play well, there's one person that can turn up and get in the win. Chelsea play well, nobody turns up. Sometimes they have a body, they don't get a win. And that's the difference between the two sides. United are getting the wins with respect to that. It's a difficult game for other people in that regard. So now, on Monday, Chelsea have a very big game. It's a 6-pointer game. So Newcastle on Monday is Chelsea's last chance to have a very realistic and proper shout at qualifying for Europe next season. Now, if Chelsea are able to win tomorrow on Monday against Newcastle, it means that there's going to be a point accumulation. They go close to the 6th position. And mind you, this season, 6th can play in Europe. Of course, even 7th can play in Europe. That's if the 5th place goes on to go and play in the Champions League spot. And Chelsea need to beat Newcastle. There have been some injuries in the club. The last time, Bernard Belashila has returned, Thiago Silva has returned, Marco Correa has returned, but of course Benjamin Tirol is out, and then of course Levi Cole is also out. And puts the game into perspective. And if you look at the next game that's going to come after that in the FA Cup quarterfinals against Leicester, there isn't going to be Enzo Fernandez in that game. Cesare Casadei is cap-tied in that game. So it means that for some reason, Cesar Casadei has to have a place to play in this game. And Chelsea have to get that all-important win against Newcastle. It's at the bridge. In December, Chelsea went away to Newcastle and they didn't get a win. Now, Newcastle are going to be very physical, even when they come away. Largely physical. And it's the reason why the possible absence of Conor Gallagher is hugely going to affect Chelsea. Because who leads the physical charge of the team? Who will chase down balls? Who's going to be aggressive? And it makes me believe that I am going to see Cesar Casadei in this game. He adds a lot of physicality, the height as well. And he's also very combative. And having played under Enzo Maresca, he has that excellent ability on and off the ball. And I like it because it means that in the middle of the park, Chelsea's average height of Enzo Fernandez and Moise Caicedo is going to be increased, with 3 of them adding a lot of quality in the middle of the park. Then they can go ahead and then face Newcastle United. I'll do a proper analysis of that tomorrow morning. Not a live, a video posted here. Then everybody will see talking about all the games. In fact, even right after this, there's a video of all the games analyzing. Put it here on Instagram. On YouTube. And then tomorrow there's another one in the morning. Then in the evening, we'll talk about all of that. So Chelsea has a big 6-pointer on Monday. Manchester City, Liverpool tomorrow. I think that Liverpool have a slight edge to go ahead and win because of their pedigree at Anfield, the fans, the fact that they're able to get a result when they play at Anfield. And then quite apart from that, I would look at the fact that Chelsea have a big 6-pointer. Chelsea need to make sure that they get the job done. Thomas Tuchel, yes, possibly can come, but still in the balance. There is Internazionale Milan that I think that they are the best team in the world right now. Bologna seems to be doing very well in Italy, but they went away to Bologna and got a single goal by Basic getting that goal and making Inter open up the gap on top of the Italian Serie A. So there are lots to. Oh, my friend Brackway Wisdom is here. Brackway Wisdom, he says, I fear we are going to lose to Newcastle. This team has no character when it comes to managing pressure. That's true. I mean, the Chelsea team has no character at all, especially in against teams that are very physical. If a team is very, very physical, they are very combative, they take the game to them, they are aggressive. Chelsea finds it hard to play against them. And especially with the absence of Conor Gallagher, it is very, very true that Chelsea may lose that game. But the positive side is that Chelsea seem to be good when they play at home, especially against these physical teams, because there's that 12 man in there. Also, I've seen Cesar Casadere in competitive games for Leicester City. When you want him to be physical, he has it. And I like the height bit of Casadera. So I think that's going to be a close game that Chelsea can get them. It's a difficult game for Chelsea to play against what's the name, against Newcastle tomorrow. But there is quality in there, and I think that Newcastle haven't been in a good run of form in recent times. They coming away to the Stamford Bridge. Chelsea has what it takes to beat them on Monday in there. So yeah, what else? If you have any question, you can bring it to. But I think that quick reason is I'm still not convinced about Arsenal. Fifi, maybe Liverpool can do it. Well, me, I'm going for Arsenal. I think that I think Arsenal can win. I've always been saying it on Isra every morning that I think Arsenal can win. I believe that they can win. Liverpool also can. I just think that Arsenal are a better team than Liverpool. I really do think so. But we'll see how that goes, guys. I want to pause here. Thank you very much to everybody for joining in on the live. We've had some very, very good numbers. I think we peaked around like 50 people live, and I'm grateful. Always very, very grateful. You can share the link to those who are unable to join to see. Share in your groups also. Thank you very much. If you're not subscribe. Turn on notification. After this, there's a video for all the games, proper in-depth analysis. Tomorrow morning, another one, and then in the evening. I'll see you. Please have a good night and take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.